cow.
It's pretty solid, isn't it? Okay, so we're going live on YouTube. Let's make sure this is going, then I'll start the podcast real quick, too.
Oh, we are live.
Okay, perfect. And it sounds good? Doesn't sound like it's like a... That sounded good. Okay, let's start the podcast. And then, all right, we're live in 3, 2...
In the criminal justice system, sexually based offenses are considered especially heinous. In New York City, a dedicated... crap. I screwed it up. In New York City, the dedicated detectives who investigate these vicious felonies are members of an elite squad known as the Special Victims Unit. These are their stories.
Their stories cannot be held liable in the court of law or the court of opinion or the kangaroo court that is Twitter. Everything we say can be not held and will not be held against us from our friends.
So Timon said, hey, you want to do like some sort of like discretionary warning before the podcast, like for the intro?
Yes.
And I said, yeah, I have exactly the thing. And apparently, the Law & Order SVU monologue wasn't good enough for Timon.
Oh, that was the Law & Order SVU monologue?
Yes.
Yeah, that was not good enough for Timon.
Yep.
Hey, guys, welcome back. This is the Timon and Lincoln Show. I'm your host, Timon.
And I'm your host, Lincoln. Not good enough.
Good energy starting out today. What are you sipping on, Lincoln? What craft brew are you drinking? Lincoln.
A Spindrift sparkling water.
I am drinking a sparkling kombucha pomegranate berry beverage. It has black tea, pomegranate, and elderberry juice.
Yeah. How is that? Is that nice? Is that good?
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Tastes like kombucha?
Tastes like cranberries.
How much sugar is in one of those bad boys?
30, 17, 92, 11 grams. 11 grams.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's not too bad.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's not bad.
Good for you.
Yeah. How many grams before you get knocked out of keto? What's the
I have
limit
no
for
idea.
you?
I don't know. I don't know.
Do you do carbs? Like
I
a
don't.
carb limit per day at
No.
all?
I just shoot for 0.
That makes sense.
I have not. So I told you guys over the weekend I went home for Christmas.
Yeah.
So I had some Christmas candy, some dark chocolates and whatnot.
Right.
I drank some Coke Zero. Excuse me. Which I have not been doing.
Nice.
I just do waters now.
Yeah, and you said you buy the 2 liter of seltzer.
So apart from that, I have been very strict about the whole diet situation, and I've really been like looking at the sugars and like the sauces and ketchups and stuff. Like,
oh, really? Just
kind of down to
like
kind of down to that. Trying
into it. Huh?
Trying to like avoid as much as I possibly can. It's been going good. I feel great. Things are going well.
Are you still winning? Are you winning?
We haven't. Yeah, as of right now, I am.
That's
we haven't had a weigh-in since Monday.
Do you guys do it weekly weigh-in?
Yeah,
Is that how you do
every
it?
Monday.
Okay.
Right after the weekend.
Okay.
So keeps me accountable.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I am 11 days sober. No, 20 days sober. And we'll be 21 days sober.
I think you need to celebrate with a drink.
Yeah,
Your
cheers.
sobriety just turned 21. That's what everyone does.
Yeah,
You relapse. Probably not.
Jump bandwagons or whatever they say.
I don't know. Fall off the wagon. That's the term.
I like jump bandwagons. Like,
How are you feeling?
sober. Still sober.
Yeah.
It's been pretty good. I'm looking forward to January 31st. Not gonna lie.
Or do you get to drink on January 31st?
I think so. Maybe. We'll see. But it'll be an accomplishment 1 month, and then I can decide.
Are you gonna wait
the
till
fates.
midnight?
I'm gonna wait till probably the 1st.
Okay.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Remember the last time we did it? I think the 31st was on a Sunday.
Yeah.
That was bad. That was rough.
Yeah, we drank on midnight.
That I don't know.
Didn't we? Or did we drink the next
This sounds
day?
like something we've done.
We definitely have waited up till midnight and then christened the new month with a beverage.
Yeah, I feel like that kind of defeats the purpose.
Yeah. It works out if it's like a Saturday night.
Yeah, if it's a
or
Friday or something.
Right.
Yeah.
And we were, 24. It worked out a lot better.
A Friday night at our age would still be acceptable, I think.
Yeah, I don't know about me
Yikes.
getting to midnight.
Staying up till midnight, though.
Yeah. Because I definitely tried to do that on New Year's this year, and it did not work out.
Yeah.
I was a sleepy boy.
Yeah.
10:30, baby. I was passed out.
You keep saying that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
in a
getting
bragging kind of way.
I'm getting close. Yeah, it's kind of I don't know. I've always been the one that stays up during New Year's Eve, and then this year I said, well, "What the heck is 2022? I don't care. I'm still stuck in 2020." So I just went right back to sleep.
Yeah, we all are. If you guys are watching the video, you might know that it's cold down here.
It's very cold.
By the clothes we're wearing.
Yeah, I'm wearing a sweatshirt that has Darth Vader on it.
Yeah, I'm wearing a coat.
Nice.
It's cold down here.
It's very cold down here.
I guess one good thing is we don't need a cooler for the spin drifts. They just kind of stay cold.
Ooh, that's a good joke.
Glad I saved it for the podcast.
Can I tell you I'm not disappointed in that joke?
No. No, you can't.
Can't tell Lincoln nothing. Next Thursday, I'm not going to be in this cold weather. I'm going to be somewhere warm.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Yeah, I think we're still going to do the live stream if you're down.
They might be, yeah.
Would you be down?
How do I do this?
All you got to do is FaceTime me.
Oh, okay.
It's called Riverside FM. I figured it out.
Oh.
It records your stuff locally
and
my stuff locally.
Okay, so here's why.
Talk to me.
You know how much
Talk to me.
You know how much shit we've talked about Zoom podcasts?
No.
Oh,
What if I had a segment on the Timon and Lincoln show where Lincoln comes into the show and talks for 15 minutes?
I think you should definitely take the podcast on the road. I was looking forward to hearing about your adventures via podcast.
Yeah.
So I definitely want you to do that.
But you don't want me to.
I don't want to be a Zoom podcast.
Can I call you in and ask your questions? Pick your mind on stuff?
We could do that.
I mean,
I could yell at you for everything I disagreed about in the previous episode.
Let's be honest, you're not going to listen.
Well, if it's a segment, yeah, I have to.
Yeah, okay, yeah. That would be really funny if you could just have a bullet point of everything.
What if I just pick something?
Yeah, and then just
completely unrelated.
I love it. You said in the last podcast, you said that women don't have the right to vote. Like, how'd you read between the lines, Lincoln?
Yep.
I was making a reference to how Jesus was preaching a Sermon on the Mount, and you nailed it, dude. You nailed it. That's a joke, guys. Nothing we can be said can be held against us in the court of opinions or law. Hey, shout out to everyone in the chat. Like, subscribe.
And these are their stories.
I have some crazy stories to tell you a little bit, bro.
Yeah. Is this podcast over yet?
It's almost over. We're almost there.
I don't think so. I think this is going to be a long one.
It's going to be a rough one.
Did I tell you I sat in front of a computer for 10 hours today?
10 hours?
I think. I don't know.
Man, I'm not the greatest at math, but that's a long time.
And also
like
yesterday.
60 minutes times 10.
And also yesterday.
Yeah, it's been rough.
And
We can make it a quick one. Yeah.
And then the day before that.
And also the day before that, too. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Not 10 hours on Monday?
No.
Whatever's going on upstairs is loud.
Yeah, they're being pretty loud.
I would text Allison, but
her phone's right there.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so let me tell you this quick story. So I'm talking to my mom at lunch yesterday, lunch break. And we're chatting, and I'm like, oh, I wonder if my Airbnb, the one that I'm going down to Florida, I wonder if that Airbnb has taken out the additional funds that is needed for my Airbnb. So I log in, I see a message from the owners.
Oh, no, they canceled your reservation.
In October.
Oh, whoops.
But I've been on the Airbnb app multiple times, and I've not seen this message.
That's weird.
But I just saw the message. So I freaked out a little bit, bro. But I didn't. I walked downstairs. I told Allison what was going on. The things I said, Mom, I got to hang up. I got to deal with some stuff. Sorry. Got to go. I told her and dipped. So walked around. I was kind of worried about it. Sent him a message. He said, hey, Chuck, or I forget whatever his name was. Is this still an issue? And do I need a refund? Do I need to cancel? What's up? And then I looked to see, if I canceled now, would I get my full refund?
Yeah.
And so then I started looking at other Airbnbs and stuff. And so I went through a whole list of things, and then I came to a conclusion that it's okay.
Homeless.
I'm at peace. Yeah. We have tents. We can live on the beach. It's not going to be that big of a deal. We're all good. It's not a big deal. We'll maybe this is door shut for a reason, doors open for a reason. And then the guy messaged me back. He's like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to send that.
Oh.
You're still good, Timon. Airbnb's good. So, anyways, roller coaster promotion for me.
Yeah, sounds like you had a tough day.
Yeah, it was actually kind of like I kind of was like, now it's time just to adventure. I was okay with that a little bit. So he said take the show on the road. I literally was going to take that show on the road.
Yeah,
So,
I'm excited. It'll be fun.
Yeah, it'll be good. Just a couple weeks down in Florida. It's getting cold here.
It's getting really cold here, specifically down here.
Specifically down in this
Right
basement.
here.
It's getting nice and cold.
Yeah.
So, yeah. You just been sitting nonstop?
Just doing work.
Are you doing anything to break up that sitting?
Nope.
They say sitting's the new smoking. I haven't smoked for 21 days, so,
It's just us in the chat.
Nice. Can we get a W in the chat for all the people listening? Let's just put the W in real quick. This is us, Timon and Lincoln, putting W in the chat.
Yep. Look, there's a W in the chat.
All right.
It's from me. I just W'd myself.
Nice. I'm also going to W in the chat as well.
Look at us over here just Wing each other. There it is.
Nice. Yeah. Shout out to everyone in the chat.
You guys are the
You guys are the best.
The realest fans, probably our biggest critics also.
Yeah. You win some, you lose some.
Yeah.
And with you guys, we win. In the chat. Shout out to those guys.
Yep. Those two right
Those
there.
two. They're gems.
In the chat.
Yeah, we love them. Do you have topics? I didn't
I saw a headline I thought was pretty interesting.
Okay. Do we want to get into that?
Yeah, we can get into that because you got a long thing. I just got a short thing.
Yeah.
You ever see something and think, I don't want to read that article?
Yes.
Okay. So
Yes.
from Real Daily Wire.
Okay.
Do your keys ever just like dig into your pocket?
Yeah,
Dig
just
into
like
your
hit
thigh?
into the thigh.
Gosh,
Yeah.
it's the worst.
It's rough because like when you sit,
yeah.
a lot that happens.
Yep. It's really just smashed. Anyway, so from Real Daily Wire, in quotes, this first part is a quotation, is a quote. We need to protect women's sports.
Okay.
Caitlyn Jenner on transgender athletes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay, so a couple things to unpack with that. Caitlyn Jenner, an individual that describes herself as a trans person.
Strong, independent woman, one might say.
Yeah. But also, I don't think it's it's too out there to say that Caitlyn Jenner is a trans person, right? Everyone kind of agrees that Caitlyn Jenner is a trans person.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I'm not really sure what to say, but anything that we say can't be held against us.
So
it's all good. Yeah,
so
trans person.
You see the first part of we need to protect
Women's sports. Women in sports.
we need to protect women's sports. So
Some might
so
also
which so what side? What's her what is Caitlyn Jenner's perspective
I think she's conservative.
on women's sports?
She ran as a Republican in California.
Sure. Yeah, she did. Yep. I agree.
She is also an athlete.
Well, no, that's where I'm going with next, because Caitlyn Jenner used to be
was an athlete.
a crazy athlete, right?
Yeah,
like crazy athlete, like Olympian.
Pre-Caitlyn Jenner.
Bruce Jenner was an Olympian, right?
BJ was definitely an Olympian actor, CIA, sportsmaster,
Yeah.
300.
And so I wonder what that individual, like the athlete, thinks about how sports should be conducted. Right? So it's like a trans person who I think the narrative that I'm hearing from the trans community is that if you're a woman, you should be able to participate in women's sports, or if you identify as a woman, you should be able to participate in women's sports. Do you feel like you hear that narrative?
I've heard that before.
Do you feel like that is a popular narrative?
I haven't heard that from Caitlyn Jenner.
No, I haven't either.
Yeah.
So I wonder which side Caitlyn Jenner is going to fall on. That if you self-identify as a woman, you should be able to participate in women's sports, or if it's going to be the Joe Rogan-esque, hey, sometimes this is a really bad idea.
Yeah.
Like we need to approach this. I don't know. Rogan's opinion on trans athletes. Like people need to know.
Yeah. Well, especially if you're fighting one. Specifically in the realm of combat sports, it would be nice if a woman knew that she was fighting someone who transitioned. And they can still take that fight.
Yeah.
They can choose, just give them, Give
So
him
intriguing headline.
Yeah, okay.
Really got my attention. And then I pulled the article open and immediately lost interest.
Oh, no.
I didn't care.
Yeah.
I actually don't really care about what Caitlyn Jenner's opinion is on transgender athletes and sports and women's sports. Like I really could not care less.
Well, was it long? Was it a long opinion?
I don't know.
You didn't read it.
I didn't start scrolling.
Yeah.
So
But they won because you got the click.
They got a click,
and that's revenue.
but an immediate.
And that's the Republican
off.
agenda right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought, it's kind of funny how that all happened.
Yeah.
Just that whole series of events for myself.
Yeah, nice.
I don't know. I
Like
don't know.
good
You ever
content.
do anything like that?
Sometimes it's even on like YouTube videos. I'll open one up and then I'm like, oh, the title's solid. And then, no, I don't want to see this person eat
Yeah.
200 hot dogs. Like, I'm actually not that invested. But they
Dang,
got me
200.
for a little bit.
You think they did 200?
I mean, well, the first 70 minutes was them talking about how they're going to do it. Like, I don't know.
I kind of want to watch it. That
Yeah.
200.
Or Snapchat. Have you ever been on Snapchat and it's like you see something that's like on the tabloid section of Snapchat? You're like, oh, I'm gonna watch that, and it's like 47 clicks of
And then,
nothing, and then it just doesn't provide the
and
1-2
then
punch you want.
wait for ads in between
Oh,
where you can't
yeah.
click past them. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't participate in those hardly ever.
There was
the
like-
Snapchat tabloids.
This is the one that got me recently. They had a huge clump of matches, you know, 2 handful sizes put together, rubber band, and they're putting eggs on it. And
exciting.
7 minutes of them were trying to put eggs on it as it kept on falling off. And then it took them another 7 minutes just to they would light matches and hold them. They're like, I don't know how we want to light this. They'd light more matches. I don't know how we want to light this. Light more matches. And finally got like a Bic lighter and did it.
Wow.
And it was not great. I
It was
felt
just whatever. Probably.
yeah, I mean, it hurts, right? But then on the flip side,
Hurts so good.
it hurts so good. On the flip side, that's how all of our listeners feel when they click on our titles.
Yep.
You know, they're like,
No, our listeners know by now. It's everyone else.
they said, did Bob Saget really get killed by Ron DeSantis? And they go and click it, and they realize, man, they are talking about garbage, and that is what it is.
Yeah. Did you take your garbage out this week?
I did.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good for you. Good for you.
Did you?
I don't know.
Not my garbage, not my problem.
Nope. It's not my problem. Yeah. Most things are my problem nowadays.
It's just
Not trash.
Not trash.
Not trash.
Yeah. No, I pretty good at putting my trash out.
Nice.
So do it now Sunday night. I used to do it Monday morning. I do it now Sunday night.
It's easy.
And it's made my life a lot better.
Don't have to leave the house.
Yeah.
At all.
In the morning. No.
Yeah. Not on Monday. Nope.
No, sir. Let's see here. Okay. Well, let me talk to you a little bit about some interesting things that have been happening in Goshen.
Sure. Yes.
So,
I'm all ears.
The fun neighbors across the street.
Yep.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yep. The moped guys.
The Moped Fellows. If you're a longtime listener of the Timon and Lincoln Show, which you should be, go ahead and subscribe, and comment in the chat. What's up? We see you. You'll know that we have neighbors, or had neighbors, when Lincoln lived here, and now I have neighbors who like to do moped stuff and have probably drugs in the house.
They fit a certain stereotype.
Yeah. Drive-by shooting happened there. They were shot at. I talked to one of my neighbors, not moped neighbors, but they were telling me that in November, the 3 a.m., they heard like a bullhorn saying, "Come out with your hands in the air," blah, blah, blah. And our whole road was barricaded off on both sides. 2 squad cars with people with dogs, floodlights on it.
Oh, man.
And they were bullhorning, and it was like a 2-hour thing that no one came out of. No one. Finally at the end, they went in, raided the house, and people were pulled out with
wow.
yeah.
How did you not know this happened?
I slept right through it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, sound machines and fans work wonders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really do.
It's
Yeah.
And I felt bad because maybe they were let sleep into some sound machines and
Yeah, maybe perspective,
you
man.
know what I mean?
They were just asleep the whole time.
They were just out.
Just in a methed up coma.
Yeah,
It's not the sleep machine, Timon. It's the meth.
They're living their meth life.
Yeah, it's their meth life. That was good. Meth makes you go crazy, like in a hyper kind of way, right? People don't fall asleep.
No, I
meth.
think they stay awake for long times.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, pre January when I wasn't sober, let me tell you, I was up late studying about drugs and learning that that's what happens when you take meth. And not that I consume meth at all, no. But we definitely live in a place called Methopolis because everyone around here does meth. Anyways, so I found out that information, and I think that my neighbors are still living there. Maybe, possibly.
Yeah.
I've seen the one moped fellow around, but there's other people who are now living there too, and they decided on their steps to put a statue of an owl. You know what I'm saying?
That's I'm not really laughing at you per se.
Oh, but you know where I went, right? You know where I went.
Definitely. That's interesting.
Very
That happened on
interesting.
purpose.
There's a reason, and it was facing our house.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, definitely.
It was on purpose, and it wasn't like I understand why some people put. Let me rewind back.
Like this isn't really like a statuey owl-y thing. This is like a scare the ducks away owls thing.
Yes.
Right? Like this is just like a head that is on a swivel that scares the birds away from your.
I mean, it
crops.
was a full statue of an owl.
Yeah.
Like feet, feathers, wings, and owl heads. It didn't move, but it just stood there.
Yeah.
I thought maybe it might be a camera.
Yeah.
But I don't know why they would do that. Instead
It definitely
of putting one
means
inside.
something.
It definitely.
I don't
means
know.
something.
So to them, it probably means something different than you're thinking.
Well-
it's probably definitely like something like business related for them. Probably, like it could be a signal.
Yeah, it could be a signal
of sorts to
Right.
The birds need to stay away. I don't know. But obviously, your perspective is it's something supernatural.
Symbol to-
Moleck the owl guy.
Correct.
Someone's
Yes.
someone's looking.
No, they're letting everyone know. And one of the things that happens with meth is witchcraft. Like they go lock and step, hand in hand.
Okay. You could describe meth as demonic. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I think
100%,
so.
bro.
It really, really destroys people.
Yeah,
it's
and,
very
opens up portals to really bad things. It's not good. It's not a good thing. Don't do meth, friends and listeners,
Yep.
and podcast people who stumble upon our podcast.
Yeah, some of you could, I guess. I don't know if you want to.
Don't do it. Don't
It's
do
fine.
it. I mean, I can't tell you what to do, but don't do it.
I've heard it's fine in moderation.
Okay. All right. Anyways, so this statue's been there, and every time, immediately once it was put up, a antenna went up. I'm like, I see it.
I feel like I remember seeing it and thinking absolutely nothing of it.
Oh, it was consuming my thoughts. Not consuming, but
Yeah.
I definitely was.
Can
like,
we go steal it and do something with it? You think?
Well,
I don't know that I want to, though. Those neighbors kind of scare me a little bit.
it's no longer there.
Interesting.
So one day as I'm sitting there, I didn't pray about it, but I was thinking about it.
Okay. Yeah,
And
still
sometimes
counts.
they say it's praying.
Yeah.
I go out, and that statue is falling face forward towards our house.
Interesting.
Yep.
That's really interesting, man.
Then the next day, or 2 days later, it's gone.
Interesting.
Yeah, man.
So, what do you think that meant for them as far as their business? You think it was like, hey, something is not acceptable right now, stay away for them, and then it was knocked down. It's like, oh, now you can come buy your meth here again. I don't know.
That might, yeah.
Yeah.
If there's no meth statue or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. That's how it's like the
Signals.
People say really dumb things like shoes, laces tied together on a
Right,
power
on the
line,
power line,
means
yeah.
there's a drug dealer nearby or something stupid like
Yep,
that.
yep.
Yeah, it's like or like a green porch light or
Right.
something. Yeah, I don't know.
Right.
I bet that's a signal to some. I mean,
Bet it is. Signal to Moleck, the owl god, that they worship him.
yeah, potentially. That's
And,
always a possibility, I suppose.
Yeah, I don't know.
If you're
Say
putting
that.
up
It's not allowed
statues.
in ours. And it is allowed.
Interesting.
But
And you didn't knock it over.
I didn't touch it.
This happened supernaturally.
It happened.
Interesting.
I don't know how it happened, but it definitely did happen.
It seems pretty par for the course for you.
It's pretty sick,
Seems,
right?
yeah.
Pretty sick, dude.
Yeah,
So I thought that was interesting.
Seems like your enemies will probably usually end up bowing before you. in life. I would say that's pretty much who you are. Kind of.
Not before me, man, but before
the what they see behind you.
Yeah. Yes, that's God. Big G God.
Yeah. Kanye West. He's like over there.
Yes, dude. Speaking of Kardashians, I saw this joke, right? And it was Kim. Do you know who Kyle Dunnigan is?
Yes.
So he does these like face swap things.
Yeah, I haven't really gotten into those, but I know who he is.
Hilarious.
He's really funny.
Yeah. And he's doing this joke, and it's Kim Kardashian talking to Pete Davidson.
Oh,
and they're both face swapped. And
Yep.
she's like, I want to go to the movies. Let's go to the movie. And then Pete's like, where do you want to go to? And she's like, I want to go see The Matrix. They have a really cool, like, I'm going to butcher this, but let me go to. They have a really cool, like, outfits and stuff. And what's The Matrix about? And he's like, well, there's, it's about people are batteries and all these things. And she's like, okay. And he's like, and this guy meets this, like, black dude and gives him pills and wants to wake up and wants to be left in the Matrix, a blue pill and a red pill. And she's like, why do they need to have pills? Like, you could just offer them one pill, like a red pill, and there's no need a blue pill, because if you don't, then you just stay in the Matrix. And he's like, well, I guess because, like, oh yeah, because if you take the blue pill, you forget you ever met the black guy. And she's like, where can I get this pill? It was pretty solid. Kyle Dunnigan does a much better job, but it was great.
Is this a Ray J joke?
No, it's Kanye, because she married Kanye for a minute. Yeah. I think.
I feel like she probably really regrets the Ray J thing.
I have no clue that too. Yeah. It was funny though. It was really funny.
He's the dude from her sex tape.
I know. Yeah. Okay. That's what made her famous.
Yeah, that's what made her famous. Mm-hmm. But I bet she really is not about that.
I have no clue.
I mean,
maybe she is.
She was definitely famous before that, because otherwise Kim Kardashian's sex tape would be pretty pointless, because she would just be someone.
Right. Right. Yeah, I guess that's true.
She was probably famous
some adult actress at that point.
Yeah.
But maybe that pushed her into the stardom that she was.
I mean, yeah, there's definitely a weird fandom surrounding the family.
Yeah.
Probably part of it.
Yeah, you were a big part of it at one moment. I didn't know who the Kardashians were until Lincoln told me about them. Yeah, college.
What?
I had no idea who Kim Kardashian was until you told me about him.
When did I tell you?
When you were deep into watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians, bro. Do you remember that semester?
No.
Do you remember that?
This has never happened.
Did you take the blue pill?
No.
Forgot about someone in his life, man. Okay. All right.
Okay, that was a weird joke, but all right, cool. That's fine. Yeah. Not really.
No idea who she was until.
Not really been into that show. Really, I don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, not a big Kardashian fan around here.
I had no idea they were until Lincoln told me about them.
Yep, they're pretty much all over social media.
Yeah.
From 2010 onwards.
Yeah.
So
that's probably
kind of hard not to know.
I was homeschooled, bro. I don't know what social media was.
I was too.
Yeah. Got any other content you want to get into?
Nope. That
sums it up right
I mean, full circle. We started talking about Caitlyn Jenner. I ended up talking about the Kardashians.
Yeah.
Full circle.
I thought that was going to be a good joke right there. Pull that right in.
Yeah.
When you start talking about that. We'll let the listeners decide.
Talked about Moleck the Owl God, as we do.
As we do. Classic.
Bohemian Groves.
I
saw something with HW in it. Oh yeah, so we watched this YouTube expose, video essay / documentary about the Roseanne show.
Oh, okay.
So it was really, really interesting. But in one of the episodes, Roseanne gets kissed by another woman.
Oh wow, okay.
And it was like it wasn't like the first like lesbian kiss on TV, but like kind of was
pretty
like,
prominent
on that like
lesbian.
on a big like sitcom like that, I guess. I don't know. It's their facts, not mine.
Right.
But
nothing we say can be held against us.
It got a lot of negative media press, and everyone said no, this is like just terrible. Like all the media were totally against her.
Oh really?
Yeah. And like even HW called it like a not a disaster, but like just he like specifically called it out as like a terrible like Like this is like our country is bad because of this, like that sort of thing.
No
the word is
way.
escaping me. Like he condemned it.
Detestable.
He yeah, detestable. He like condemned it. The president condemned this. And I thought like, man, HW, you shot JFK. Like, what are you? This is terrible.
Just like imagine having a president who could literally string coherent words together. I miss those days.
Yeah. I do as well.
You can shoot whoever he wants, unless you can put words together.
Easy questions. Answer them quick.
Yeah.
Guys.
Why
Why is SNL not just devouring this?
Well, I mean, what is SNL?
Yeah.
Right. That's a good question. No, that's interesting. Yeah, dude, that's interesting that like people were so offended by it.
Yeah. Yep.
Like the world we live in,
Definitely.
like where right now every single commercial I see, maybe it's just because
It was a very like conservative, tasteful kiss. This is a little peck on the lips.
Yeah.
I don't know. It wasn't anything.
our
Like,
media was conservative at that time. Maybe
I don't know, but apparently everyone hated it.
every single ad I see is like, definitely lesbians kissing. Every single ad that I see is definitely dudes kissing too. Like it's a lesbian and gays kissing
Interesting.
everywhere.
Yeah.
I don't know if and you know, every time I see those
I don't
ads,
know what you're looking up with
they
those
say
ads.
based on your likes. I'm like, man. So I'm over here like, I think
don't
what's
know.
happening is I'm liking too many conservative things, and so they're putting
combating
yeah.
it.
And so
Twitter's
I'm
like, no.
yeah,
Too
I
much,
really do think
too much
that.
Joe Rogan. We'll take some of him away. You know.
I really do think that because there's been stuff like drag. There's been a bunch of drag that's been put onto my timeline and stuff. I'm not hating on it. It's just like what it keeps on saying.
It is very weird to get a bunch of content on your timeline that you haven't subscribed to ever.
Right.
You
Weren't
just like
expecting.
based on like your followers likes and stuff like that.
Yep.
It's like I don't care about all these sports things.
Do you get the little like ad that says, "Are you gay? Take this test." I get that all the time too. It's the gay test.
I don't.
You don't get that?
I never. Not
You need
once.
to be liking more conservative things.
Not once, man. I don't.
The first question is, what do you think of Candace Owens?
Oh, that's funny.
It's not. That's not. It's not. They're seeing if I'm gay or not. And it's just really weird. I really do.
I know
think
gay
it's,
people who like Candace Owens.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't like Candace Owens. What does that make me? Straight?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't.
According to these
really
tests.
don't think. I don't know. Politics and sexuality is a weird intersection a little bit.
It's weird how they like.
It's weird how it's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
And then there's.
It's weird that there are stereotypes that are like, I don't know, true sometimes, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
It's I don't know.
Or maybe that's because they are stereotypes.
You just like
right?
that white conservative family. Like, yep, that is a thing. I don't know.
That's the thing.
And they're Republicans usually.
Yeah.
Like that's that white conservative.
Have you ever met a
Republican.
black conservative family?
Yes. Yes, I have.
It says with full confidence.
Yes. Jasmine's family is pretty conservative.
Yeah. I've met multiple black conservative families. They're out there.
I don't know. I feel
Have
like
you ever met a Hispanic conservative family?
they all are. Aren't they?
Don't know.
Right?
I don't know.
Oh
about
no,
that.
I don't know, man. Yeah.
It's funny. Yeah. Have you ever met a white liberal family?
Yes.
Yeah, same here. It's it hits all.
But they're like I don't know.
If you were gonna go by what the media says, for sure, like the way they portray it on TV shows and stuff, definitely. Mm-hmm. And maybe on the whole, if you were to percentage it up, but I don't know if we can actually take that data anymore because that's kind of racist.
Yeah.
Right? You can't really take that data.
What's
anymore.
your ethnicity and what are your political beliefs?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
probably
Keep
two super simple questions you
Yeah.
can just ask anybody.
Right. What we need to ask is, are you vaccinated or unvaccinated? That is a real base level thing.
And what do you think about Candace Owens?
What do you think about Candace Owens? Gay. This is derailing just the way I wanted it to. I'm
Yes,
so
no,
here for
yes, yeah, essentially.
it. Yeah. She said some good things, maybe. And she says some awful things too. So
I got pretty turned off after she did Joe Rogan. And
yeah,
was just a political commentator instead of conversational.
yeah, she went to her talking points. I did too. That's when I woke up. That's when I'm like, I don't know about this. I was like, oh, Candace Owens is cool. Candace Owens is cool. And then I listened to her talk for 3 hours. I'm like, yeah, Candace Owens doesn't know what she's talking about.
Yeah, it's like, oh, this is Evan Kilgore.
Yeah, I like Evan Kilgore.
You like Candace Owens?
Gay. Maybe not. But this is gonna get pulled off YouTube. I hope.
Vaccine.
Vaccine.
COVID-19.
COVID-19.
Ivermectin. No, not any of that. It's going to be because I said HW shot JFK.
Get us canceled.
That's why. That's what's going to get us taken off YouTube for spreading conspiracy theories. The HW was the sniper who shot JFK in Dallas.
You think it was? He's a sniper?
HW? Yeah, he definitely was.
I definitely heard on my own conspiracy rant that it was HW, but he paid the Scottish Reich or the Irish Reich or something. It was the guy who was driving the thing to kill JFK. The guy who was driving his motorcade. Bam.
Gotcha.
Like
I feel like someone would have seen that.
Yeah, they have images of it.
Gotcha.
Tons of them.
I think HW shot him.
Yeah.
I think the guy who got put to death for doing it, just somebody who.
Yeah. Somebody that we used to know.
Yep. Can't remember that guy's name.
Yeah.
But HW did shoot
Ford Douglas or something like
JFK.
that. Yeah. Because he was Irish. Real racism runs deep in our country.
Yep, it does.
It does. It's not good. Okay, speaking of racism, let's get into my next topic.
I thought you were going to say, let's get into fat or future.
We could do that. We could definitely do that. I found out about this. I've talked to Lincoln about this a little bit.
I think we've talked about this on the podcast.
Have we really?
I think so.
Okay. Well, let's really break into it a little bit. I want a clip for the social medias here.
Okay.
Why Indiana is nicknamed Hoosiers.
Mm-hmm. It's something Christian-y revival related.
Yep. So, Harry Hoosier, born 1950. I'm sorry, born 1750.
1950. Not that long ago.
Not that long ago. A grandpa, Harry Hoosier.
After World War II.
was a slave in North Carolina.
Oh, nope.
Was freed, went up to Baltimore, Maryland. Somewhere in Maryland. Yeah, Baltimore, Maryland. And let's give you a little bit of backstory real quick. There's a bishop named Asbury who was from England. He was a Methodist.
Sounds like a good time. I thought you were going to say meth. He did meth.
Christian Methodist. In 1771, he heard a plea from John Wesley. Christian Methodist. He heard a plea from John Wesley asking for like itinerant preachers. And he just felt called to go to America. That's what John Wesley was saying. Hey, we need preachers in America. And so that same year, he got on a boat and sailed to America to spread Christianity across America. That was his hope. And specifically Methodists, which were at that time liberal-ish. And they're way more liberal now. But they were like, yo, slavery's not cool, and God loves people, and we need to help the poor and widows. Like that type of liberal instead of...
conservative.
Yeah, conservative.
Keep everything us.
Yeah,
no one else.
Exactly.
Just us.
And at the time, there was a lot of Christians that were Reformed, Baptist, Presbyterian, who were like, yeah, slavery is awesome. We need to make sure there's a thing, hierarchy or whatever. I don't
Conserving.
know.
They were conserving for themselves. Yeah.
And so George Washington actually called Bishop Asbury the father of America because he was like, the father of America. Really, I think there was like 750 Methodists before he came, Bishop Asbury, and when he died, there was 250,000 Methodists.
Wow.
So
that meth really spread like wildfire.
It's like COVID, kind of.
Yeah. Well,
once you catch it, you got it. You know what I mean?
Yep. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Put a red C on my chest.
He would take
COVID.
He would take other
19
traveling preachers with him. To preach alongside him. And one of the preachers he took was Harry Hoosier, or Black Harry. Is what they called him. He was 1780s, man.
Nice.
1780s.
So
is what it is.
Did they have a third companion, White Harry? Like, did they have to differentiate?
I have no clue. They didn't talk about it. They just...
Man.
Yeah.
Why couldn't it just be like Harry?
Yeah.
Were there multiple Harrys in the
Because
group?
it wasn't 2022 and people were not sensitive.
Okay, tell me more about Black Harry.
Yeah. So he escaped from.
I guess it's better than flipping those words.
Harry Black.
Yeah, they could just.
That is true. That's a little awkward right there.
That's like pretty like.
You're killing the clip here. I was trying not to. It is what it is.
Oh, my
That's
bad.
okay.
Sorry.
No, you're good. He escaped and was freed. And like I said, lived in Baltimore, Maryland. Became a preacher. Became a Methodist. Converted to Christ. Became a Methodist because
got addicted.
They were like, got
addicted.
got addicted. And was the first Black American Methodist preacher ever, and probably the first Black Methodist preacher, but I'm not sure about that. He connected with Bishop Asbury in 1780, and they started traveling and preaching like all around across America.
Yeah.
Southern states, northern states, out west, because they at that time the West was a frontier and it wasn't really ours yet, but there was just all over America. He was traveling and preaching, and he was illiterate, so he couldn't read it all, but he had memorized all of the Bible from just hearing it. So he was a very intelligent man and could recite a hymn or a poem or scripture word for word. And it almost was like he was reading it word for word. He was that on point. And he was the way that his voice was and the way that he spoke, he actually drew more crowds than any of the other preachers.
He could talk real big and loud.
Real big and loud, and people loved him. He was widely popular. And he preached hand in hand. So it wasn't like, Bishop Asbury was number one and then all of his people. They were literally together joining forces. And they said, the quote that they said is, at that time, they believed there's only two races, saved and unsaved. And that was their kind of mission at that time, which I thought was kind of cool.
Been knocking that one off for a long time.
Yeah. Yeah, they've been
the church has never forgotten that one.
Kind of slacking a little bit.
That's anytime you see like a pastor who and the topic of race comes up and he just needs like an easy cop out answer.
That's the one he goes to.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, but do they live it?
I don't know.
Who knows?
I know. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm ruining the bit.
No, you're good. It's been
I
long
already have ruined it. Yeah.
Yeah. Harry Black got
it's
rough.
Okay. Just not good enough again.
So when he would preach in the South, he still took massive crowds, like tons of people coming to see him. But the other Christians, Southern Christians, hated him.
Yeah, because they all own slaves.
They all own slaves, and so he was hated by Reformed, Baptists, Presbyterians, and so they started calling all Methodists Hoosiers.
Hoosiers.
Yeah, as a form of
like the N-word.
Yeah. As a form of like derogatory. Like, those are all Hoosiers. And he was converting so many people. And actually, Indiana got started because people from the South were persecuted for being Methodists and went to Indiana. And Indiana was a Methodist, like primarily started by Methodists. And that's why we're called Hoosiers. Is because it's pretty interesting, right?
Yeah, that is pretty interesting.
We don't really ever hear that. I was kind of turned on to this, and I was like, oh, this is really interesting, because you don't know what Hoosier means. And so it's kind of cool to hear that it comes from a black preacher. Low key, cool. You don't think Indiana started, origin black preacher at all. At all, that's not what you think.
Yeah.
But that was really interesting to find that out. I'm like, a very cool thing. He died in Pennsylvania. So, yeah.
Could have been Indiana.
It wasn't, it could have been Indiana. Yeah.
It's fine.
But the reason why is because all these Methodists moved to Indiana. So like those Hoosiers up there.
Yeah.
As a derogatory thing. And we said, you know what? We'll take it.
Yeah.
We're Hoosiers.
And
that's such a cool.
Is it because we're from Indiana? Is that why we're allowed to say it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's stuck though.
Yeah.
It's definitely like part of our culture.
Yeah, it's a derogatory phrase that has lost its meaning because we have decided to not care about its origins.
That's interesting too. Yeah. It's like redneck. Redneck was also a religious thing I was reading too. Like I don't know why, but they would be like certain. I think it was Methodists as well. They would call them rednecks because of the way that.
I wonder when you won't be able to say redneck and hillbilly anymore.
Yeah, hillbilly. I don't know.
Just yawning.
There's a lot of things we can't say anymore. One of them is COVID vaccine. Isn't that crazy that you could say a lot of other derogatory things, but if you say COVID or vaccine, they cancel you real quick.
Yeah.
Real freaking quick.
Yeah, it's pretty apparent that there's been a narrative this whole time, and like people haven't been told the truth about this, and a lot of the numbers are messed with. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Just don't trust it, do you?
It's been a weird little roller coaster.
It's been kind of weird, man. Yeah. It's
Weird
good.
times.
You see that the UK is lifting their COVID?
Yeah, from
mandates
their surfer-haired prime minister guy. Saw him, yeah.
Yeah, he got in trouble for some stuff. I have no clue why. He looks like Donald Trump.
He does. He looks like surf-haired Donald Trump.
Surf-haired Donald Trump.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, definitely. It's so crazy. It's been lifted. So we'll see. And then California, on the other hand, is looking to double their taxes on vax.
Oh
It hasn't passed, but they're looking to do that. I saw that as well. I'm like,
That poor state.
yeah.
That poor state.
I'm surprised that there's still unvaxxed people in California.
I mean, you gonna vax all homeless people? They don't follow the rules,
Yeah.
I hear.
Did you hear about them stealing stuff
From the trains?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I saw some pictures. I didn't really look into that. I assume they're just breaking in containers and taking stuff. Is that what's
Yes,
happening?
I saw a video. They
Oh,
literally
man.
just popping up, pulling out TVs.
Yeah.
I don't think that we will see a lot of. I mean, that's a huge port.
Yeah. Like
The coast of California is a massive.
that's like, I think that's like the biggest, like South Beach, like that port is like the biggest one in that vicinity. / half that country, that corner of our country, like is like South Beach.
a
is
lot
like the
of
biggest one.
products get pulled in from there.
Especially from like China and stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
So what happens when businesses are like, "Hey, we can't." Railways are saying, "Hey, we're not going to go through there anymore. Like we can't.
Yeah.
We're getting stolen from.
Yeah.
Or do they put armed guards that just roll around? And,
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Like with what guns? They're not allowed to have guns in California.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's a little. It's crazy. That would be scary.
Wow. It's like Mad Max, bro.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty intense looting. Definitely.
I kind of am glad to be a Hoosier.
Yeah, no, that's the biggest takeaway. Well, no, it's not. It's one of the big takeaways from COVID. Is that living here, well, it's probably not the best.
Especially as it's cold right now.
Well, it's like with all the COVID stuff.
Yeah.
Probably not we had some lockdown things. We didn't go full Florida or anything.
Right. Or Texas,
but also had a lot less restrictions than people 20 minutes north of us.
Yeah.
Like significantly, like life was different for us than it was for people in like cities in Michigan.
Yeah.
Probably not rural Michigan, but like Grand Rapids and stuff. It was pretty like talking to Jay, stuff like that. I guess.
And James and Elisa.
Yeah, it was. I guess it was pretty restrictive, and so I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It's crazy. They're totally two different worlds in a way.
If
Just
you're
right
into
across
that,
the
you're into
border.
that. It was pretty nice here though.
A lot of people came down from Michigan to spend money in Indiana, which was cool too.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know a lot of people are like, yeah, it wasn't so bad living in Michigan because we live real close to Indiana. When has anyone ever said that in the history of living in Michigan?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
No, I don't think I've ever heard that ever before. Like, hey, this is way better because we lived in Indiana. We live close to Indiana. Did you see that truckers are like barricading the roads into Canada? Canadian truckers are until they end the mandates in Canada.
No, that's interesting though.
Yeah,
It's a little like, I feel like when truckers do strikey things like that,
yeah.
things
Like what they
get
did in Colorado.
things get rough.
Did you hear about that?
No.
Well, there was a guy, and I don't know what it was. It was something where he was driving and like his truck lost control.
Oh
his
yeah,
brakes
yeah.
went out, or
Yeah,
something
he
that
was
didn't
going
have the
down.
ability-
Yeah, he was going down a hill loaded, and his brakes got too hot.
Yeah.
and hot brakes won't stop you.
Right. And he killed someone.
Yeah,
They got in a crash and killed.
Yeah,
It's a bad.
He did everything you were supposed to do to try to keep that from happening.
Right.
It was just a bad accident. It was just he
They
wasn't
got put
at
away
fault.
for 157
They're revisiting it.
They are, because truckers said we're not going into Colorado.
Yeah, that's
and they did a whole
ridiculous.
strike where no truckers were going into Colorado. They said no, forget that.
Yeah, absolutely. I would. Yeah, 100%.
Isn't that crazy?
No, I mean it is crazy, but it's not crazy that immediately striked over.
Yeah,
that.
'cause they're like,
that guy did nothing wrong.
Right.
Like absolutely. Like I don't know. And people are idiots on the road all the
100%,
time.
100%.
Every single driver out there to a trucker is an idiot. Just, your perspective isn't the same and all that. Like, people would do dumb stuff in front of me all the time and not know it.
Oh yeah, and
So,
you weren't
like,
even a huge semi.
no,
had a little bit more.
And I just had a bigger truck and it could
Right.
still stop pretty good. But like, I don't know.
It's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
So I think when you start, it's interesting to just see all this stuff play out. It's really interesting. Again, I'm very, very blessed to live in Indiana.
There's a lot of power in that workforce.
Yeah.
Like transport,
Oh,
logistics.
yeah.
There's a lot of power.
Yeah, they could say, hey, we're not going to do this, and you feel the effects of it. People are feeling the effects of it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I see really interesting things happening across the globe right now. And then, glad we're not shut down. Keep on podcasting. Keep on raging. 2022 is going to be a great year for the two people in the chat.
Still us. Just us
so.
still.
Throw a W in the chat if it's still you. Oh, just one person watching now.
Nope. Well, I'm watching.
Nice. W in the chat. Nice. So yeah, I think that's really good. Oh yeah. Shout out to everyone in the chat.
Shout
like,
out to-
subscribe.
Yep. Comment, like, subscribe.
Follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Should we do Fat or Future?
We should do Fat or Future.
Or do we want to see if we have any questions, maybe?
We could.
Let's do that real quick.
Let's do both.
We'll see if I have any questions. Forms. I didn't actually check if we have any questions. Boom, 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 boom. 59 questions. Let's see here. 159 questions. That's how many questions we've had since we started doing these questions. That's crazy.
a lot of questions.
I think we're actually caught up. I don't think we have any new questions.
Nice.
Feel free to use that. Yeah, will Starbucks wear Grace College pride flag like many of the other locations have? That's the last one. We answered that last week. Okay, let's do Fat or Future. Let me get this pulled up real quick. It's gonna be a little. I gotta figure out how to do this real quick.
Oh, okay. We're really going into this blind. It's okay though. It's all right though.
I have a way to do this. Okay, so I'm
He has a way to do
here.
it. Very specific set of skills.
I don't think we can cancel. I don't think we can comment over it. I think we're gonna have to wait to say something.
Okay.
We'll go, but they can see us as we watch the Fat or Future. I'm gonna turn down this. And then I'm gonna do this as well. 1 second.
Hey, Timon and Lincoln. This week for Fatter Future, we're talking about the new Amazon service where you can, I believe, buy a subscription, and Amazon puts your packages into your garage compared to leaving them outside. Do you think that people are going to like the fact that Amazon is going to have the ability to get into your garage because they want their packages to be safe? Or do you think this is a fad where people are not really going to catch on because it seems a little too into your own personal privacy?
Okay, we're back.
All right. Thanks, Lisa.
Yeah, thank you, Elisa. Oh. Thank you, Elisa. There we go.
All right. We're back.
Yeah,
Thanks, Lisa.
Hey, all right, we're back.
Hey,
Thanks, Elisa.
we're back. All right. Thanks, Lisa.
Hey, Elisa, thank you.
Hey.
Fat Future.
All right. We're back.
Thanks, Elisa.
Thanks, Lisa.
Yeah. That's a really good question. Are people a little worried about Amazon being too intrusive?
Or are they just worried about the Amazon delivery driver judging how dirty their garage is?
Ooh. 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 That's a good question.
You think anyone can actually steal that, like, whatever they use to get into your garage? Do you think?
Like hack it?
Yeah, you think you think it's actually
Probably.
hackable? Like, you think anyone's actually gonna get hacked more than like 4 people total? You know what I mean? Like 4 people are gonna get hacked out of like 100 million that choose.
Are we talking like in the lifetime of it or like yearly?
Yeah.
Go to yearly.
Yeah.
I think that's way better than packages getting stolen.
Yeah.
That's
How many
they-
packages get stolen?
4 packages are being stolen every minute.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. What do you think about the lock boxes that you put like on your patio or something? They can put the thing in and lock it and use the,
Oh, but what you can't tell what like what if you have a big package?
I mean,
right?
I think you can know if you have a big package or not.
Okay. What's that mean? What's that mean right there?
No, if you make it, yay big. I don't know, like a benchy sort of thing that you can lift up and put stuff in. That's gonna fit most packages.
You're a package. You're a package expert over here. Tell me about it.
Yeah. Well, for standard shipping rates to apply, the parcels must be smaller than 7.5 by 4.5 by 2 inches.
Yeah.
And lighter than 49 pounds.
49 pounds.
Yeah.
They messed up on that number. It could have been such a cooler number.
Yeah.
50 pounds.
Yep, that's pretty heavy. They should have gone lighter, like 20.
That's how that's how they do it at the airports. 50 pounds or less.
Or you can pay more, and then the weight doesn't matter.
Right. Nice. It's kind of how dating works.
If you pay more, the weight doesn't matter.
If you have more money, if you're willing to spend that extra
Oh,
cash.
if you have more money, the weight doesn't matter. Yeah. I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
Maybe. Yeah.
It's
no.
got a great
yeah.
personality.
Yep. Definitely. There. Yep.
See the one meme where they're like, I know we'll get to your question, Lisa, but the one meme where he's like, a young lad wins the lotto and 2 women just say they really love him for his person. He finds multiple women love him for his personality.
Yep, I heard that joke. I think this is something that'll definitely probably not be widespread, but continue to happen at a pretty big scale. Not everybody, but I feel like the same people who have already started using are going to use this forever just because of how like convenient it is.
Oh yeah, and how safe your package would be.
And if you don't have a lot of stuff in your garage, so you just like kind of pull your cars in there and you got some shoes and stuff, and then you've got a door between your garage and house that locks, like everyone does.
Right.
Not a big deal.
Yeah.
They can't take anything. There's nothing to take. They're gonna steal your shoes.
Yeah.
They're gonna be in your garage waiting for you when you come home.
Your shovel. They may. That's a little rough. That's
that could be scary. But also, you're pulling in the garage. You're in your car, so
right. You can just back up.
I don't know. They could be hiding. I don't know.
Yeah.
That could. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if there are things.
If they're gonna do that, they could break in anyways. You know what I mean? Like
at
that point, there's a lot of other, like that could happen also.
They could just kick your door in.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
In the middle of the night.
Right.
Definitely.
While your sound
just
machine's on.
Open a window that's unlocked.
Right.
Like you have on your house right now.
Me?
No, someone.
Timon?
Just everyone out there.
No, never.
You have an unlocked window.
Back door is always locked.
Sure.
Do not live at the location I said on episode 317.
Yep. Remember that one time that there was the whole block was blocked off with police cars and people for the meth neighbors and.
Yeah, but
I mean the police are there. It's the safest place, right?
You could, right? You could be like that, but then also their statue bowed down to my house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You have that supernatural protection. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? What are you gonna do?
Can't really argue with that.
What are you gonna do?
Can't really argue with that, Timon.
He's a crazy man. He lives in a crazy world.
Yep.
He lives in my rules now.
Yep. No, it's fine. You
know what I'm saying?
definitely allowed.
There is you do what you gotta do when you live in a Methodist area. Hoosier area. Yeah, I definitely think Elisa, it's definitely the future. And thank you, Elisa, for sending in a fatter future.
Yeah, thank you. That was awesome. Good to see a fatter future again.
She's been dealing with some stuff, and so thoughts and prayers to Elisa.
Thoughts and prayers.
And so, yeah, shout out to her. She's on the mend, she says. She's feeling better.
That's good. That's good. Glad you're feeling better, Elisa.
Yep. Elisa,
we were
with a fatter
worried.
future. Yeah.
We were
It's like
worried.
2 or 3 weeks. But also, in her defense, I left for Florida.
We kind of didn't do the podcast some of the
Kind of
Fridays.
just like said goodbye. And I'm about to say that again. Goodbye.
Yep. But there will be podcasts.
Yeah,
on the road, from the road. That'll be exciting.
Yep. I've already recorded 2 podcasts I'm going to be releasing.
Nice.
I had a third, but my laptop died.
Oh, no. It died with it on it?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Should have scheduled it.
I know. I should have. That was smart. Yeah. So, oh well. Actually, I had 2 podcasts I was going to release on that laptop. So that kind of stinks too, but it's okay.
That sucks.
So it is what it is. You just live some, you learn some. Anyways, on the road, I got others. I actually have talked to a couple of my coworkers. Gonna do podcasts while I'm down there.
Nice. That'll be fun.
I have one coworker who's like way into conspiracy theorists, and so
he'll be like, yeah. HW did kill JFK.
we'll see.
Yep.
We'll see what he thinks. We'll ask him. Thanks for everyone who tuned into our live stream. We appreciate you.
Yeah, we appreciate.
I appreciate you, Lincoln.
We appreciate the listeners and the viewers of our live stream more than any of our other listeners. Or viewers.
They're the best. Do you have anything you want to say before we dip on out?
Put a W in the chat. Put a W in the chat.
W in the chat.